Hey guys, welcome to the 2 a.m. pipe on the patio, sunset edition. I am back out here again with the Falcon and Condor. I got my little Deets 76 lantern out here today, giving me a little extra light. Probably not enough, but we'll see. Little Jack Daniels. Over ice. Today's a Condor Falcon day. It's been a long time since I've had Jack Daniels. Been a long time since I've had Jack Daniels. I won that Jack Daniels at Christmas in a white elephant. And it's been sitting above the fireplace since Christmas Eve. And so I figured it was a packet with 10 little, 50 milliliter bottles, 10 little 50 milliliter bottles. So I thought I'd break those out and have some of those. I haven't had Jack Daniels in a long time. I've been drinking a lot of other bourbons and whiskeys, and it's been a long time since I've had Jack. Every bit as good as I remember. I remember that was all I drank for a long time. Thanks to Kenny Stabler. on my 21st birthday. I was working at this place and I must have got 4 1.75 bottles of Jack from the people I worked with. One of them got opened. And the other 3 I think I had for years after that. I worked in a place called Fed Mart. And Fed Mart was like what a Costco is now. In fact, the guy that owned Fed Mart started Price Club, which became Costco. Saul Price owned Fed Mart. And I ran the liquor department in there. So I have more liquor than I knew what to do with. The liquor guys would, salesman guys would come in and if you kept their stuff on the shelf, they would take care of you, and they'd come in and they'd say, "Which car is yours?" And I'd tell them that white Monte Carlo out there in the parking lot. They'd give me your keys. I'd give them the keys. I'd get home and they'd have loaded up my trunk with stuff. They asked me what I like to drink, and they'd load me up. Weren't supposed to do that, but I didn't know what they were. I didn't know what they were doing, you know. But they took care of me. I'd come home and it'd be a case of Jack Black and a case of Jack Green. And as long as I kept their stuff in stock, they were happy. And we were right by State College. This Fed Mart was right by State College. So we went through a ton of alcohol there. I mean, it just blew out every day. And I kept that thing packed out. And I made sure I kept that thing just packed to the gills every day. I made sure that it was filled, and they took care of me. I'd have to tell them, "Hey, nothing today, man. I don't need nothing. and I got more than I know what to do with. He'd say, "You sure?" And I'd say, "Yeah, I'm fine. Fine for now." But they took good care of me. Anything I needed, anything I wanted, they'd ask me what I wanted. All I had to do was throw them my keys, tell them what car I was buying, throw them the keys, and it went to the trunk. Those were the good old days back there, the late 70s, early 80s. Beer guys were the same way, man. They'd say, "Hey, you want, you want any beer? Just tell me what car you got." And I wasn't a beer drinker at all, so I was like, "Yeah, I'm good, thanks." But the beer guys, the main thing with the beer guys was they wanted their beer rotated because it wasn't refrigerated, and it was just, and now the beer's all refrigerated all the time. Back then, it wasn't refrigerated. We sold so much that it really wasn't that big a deal, but so when I'd stock the shelves, I'd pull the old stuff out, put the new stuff in the back, and put the old stuff in the front. It was usually just a day or two old. They'd always come in and check that, make sure I was rotating the beer. And they loved that I was doing that. Especially the Coors guys, because that stuff wasn't Coors wasn't homogenized or something. It wasn't like the rest of the beers. It was supposed to be refrigerated. It didn't have a long shelf life if it wasn't refrigerated. So it came in cold, and then it would be in the warehouse for a good day or two, and then out onto the shelf, and then we just blew through just pallets and pallets and pallets of beer a day. Literally, just 6-foot high pallets of beer every day. Multiple pallets of beer of each kind. It just blew out of there. That was a job that I really loved. That job, man. Not because I was getting free booze, but I had it down. I had that liquor down. I knew what I was doing. And I didn't want to go to any other department. They kept trying to get me to go to groceries, and but nope, man, I just want to stay in liquor. It was a fun job. Cheers. I started working there, Fed Mart, in June of 1978. And I worked there 4 years, almost to the day. When I got hired, I had been working at this place called Friar Fish's before that. It was a fish and chips restaurant over by San Diego Stadium. And I went in and put in an application at Fed Mart. Got hired on the spot. I was making $2.50 an hour at Friar Fish's. And got a 60-cent raise the day I was hired at Fed Mart to $3.10 an hour. And I gotta tell you, that was big time money for 1978. And I was hired as a bag boy. And then I went into the garden shop, and then I went from the garden shop to the liquor department. Working night crew. And man, I love night crew. I'll have to tell some night crew stories, because there were some funny stories on night crew. That'll be for another video. I'll get started on those. I'll be 45 minutes on this video. I will definitely do one of those videos though. We had some fun times on night crew. If we had done the things nowadays that we did those days, we'd have been fired on the spot. remember the stuff we did back then. Hands down, they wouldn't even thought twice about it. But because we were night crew, we got away with all kinds of stuff. It was kind of expected of us. Anyway, I will catch y'all later. Have a good one. God bless. Take care.